Hello parents, Grace here with Amazing Parenting. Today we're going to be talking about how to deal with challenging behaviour. We'll be right back. Thank you. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. Here we talk about all things parenting. Anything to do with parenting, we talk about it. So if you've got questions or areas that you want to know more about and you've not seen a video covered on it, just leave a comment below, and where possible I will endeavour to do a video on it. So please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, today's session we're going to be talking about how to deal with challenging behaviour with your children or with your child. Okay, so I'm going to talk about from a perspective that your child hasn't been diagnosed with any disorders. So this is just plain mainstream challenging behaviors. I just want to put that there first. Okay, so the first thing I want us to look at is when children have challenging behaviors, whether it's primary school or they're in secondary school, as parents, it's something we need to look at ourselves. That how is my lifestyle as a parent? And that might be a bit heavy to, bam, right out the gate, we're looking at you as a parent, looking at ourselves as parents. But what's your lifestyle like as a parent that may be contributing to your child's behavior? For instance, do you live a very chaotic life? Are people always in and out of your house? Do your children get time to just chill and stop? Is your house untidy all the time? Do your children have space where they can be themselves, where they can express themselves? So look at your lifestyle as a mum, as a dad, as a couple. Is that having an impact on your child's behavior? So that's first and foremost. Secondly, you want to look at what are you doing or not doing? What are you allowing and not allowing that is contributing to your child's behavior? So for instance, your house may just be a free-for-all. Your children can come and go as they please. And when children can do what they like when they like, you find that the household doesn't run well. Children naturally need rules and boundaries and routines. That makes children work better in and of itself. Just having rules, boundaries in place that they are adhering to keeps children not going crazy. Having those rules and boundaries that you enforce. So what are you allowing? What are you, permitting in your life, in your home, that is causing your children to behave the way they are behaving? Thirdly, this is an area that you mainly find with boys, but girls do have this as well, but I'll take it from with the boys. So if you have a son or sons and they're going through what I call the alpha male stage. Sometimes this happens a lot when there are single mums and they have sons. The son feels, or the boys feel, that they're always being told what to do by a woman, by a female, and they don't want to. So they want to exert that male part of them. They want to be in charge. They want to be in control. And because maybe you're a single mum, or you the dad, take a back seat on certain things, the boys, the sons, want to take that position as being that front runner, as the male. They want to be the man of the house. They want to be in front. They want to be in charge. They want to be giving orders. So you may have a son that is doing that, that's going through that alpha male stage where they don't want to listen to a female. Their mum is a female, aunties are female, school teachers are females. They're being told all the time what to do by a female. And so you might be going through that stage. So recognize that as your child is, your son, your daughter is going through that stage, and what you need to do as a mum. I'll touch on a bit on what you can do. First of all, you need to let your son know that you're in charge. Even if you're a single mum, you're in charge as mum. And your son needs to know what his bounds are and how to stay within those bounds. You as the parent always need to be in control. And when a child is going through that alpha male stage, they have the control, or they think they have the control. So you have to take those reins back as parent and be in control and show the control, show that assertiveness with your children, with your sons. Okay, so your child may be having challenging behavior because he's going through that alpha male stage. Okay, another area that may make your child be challenging is if you're a two parent household, when your child has done something that you want to tell them off for, only one parent tell them off for it, not both of you telling your child off for the same wrong thing or the bad thing or whatever it is your child has done. Only one parent talk to the child about what they've done that they don't need to be doing. So sometimes children, when they're getting told off by two parents constantly, they want to fight back, they want to react to that. So always make it a point of, okay, both of you have noticed your child has done something. Who's going to deal with it? Is dad going to deal with it, or is mum's going to deal with it? And if dad is going to deal with it, mum, step back, let dad deal with it. If mum's going to deal with it, dad, step back and let mum deal with it. Maybe later on in the day or the next day, the other parent can then come quietly, gently, and then talk to the child about what has happened. You know, because if they're being told off, then they're being told off. So then the other parent can then come later on and talk about what happened. But don't let both parents be on the child's case, telling the child off for a particular reason. One of you will step back and let the other parent do that. Okay. Another area that we can look at why children are giving off challenging behaviors. Your children need to know what is expected of them. I said it in one of my other videos. Don't just assume that your children know what they should be doing. Your children know what the rules and boundaries are. You don't need to go over them. Let your children know what is expected of them. And how you address that is telling them what is expected, not what is not expected. So for instance, I knew a mum who would tell her son that he was stupid. You're stupid, you're stupid. And I said to her, don't call him names. Yes, you're annoyed at what he's done. Yes, you're angry at what he's done. Yes, he should have known better. But you can turn it around and show him and tell him what is expected. You can say, I know you're not stupid. Let me show you how to do it. I know you're not naughty. Let me show you how to do it. This is how to do it. Or let me see you do it properly. Don't come in on the negative. Come in on the positive. Tell your child what you expect them to do, what you expect, how you expect them to behave. Okay, don't give them the negative and tell them what they're doing wrong. Tell them what you expect. Okay, that will help eliminate them, being aggressive or being challenging, to you. Let them know what they can achieve. Because once you know what you can achieve, you think, oh, okay, let me at least try doing it that way. Whereas if you're told what you're doing wrong, then they're already doing it wrong. So speak to your children about what is expected of them. Okay, number 7, tell your child, number 8, your words you use with your children. I just spoke a little bit about what you shouldn't be calling your children. Don't call your children's name. Don't call children, names, derogatory names. Say what you want to see. Even if your child is misbehaving, it is just a challenge. Say what you want to see. Tell them, I know you're a good boy. I know what you're good at. I know what you can achieve. Tell them what you want to see. Okay, so tell them, use your words positively. I hear so many parents speak down to their children, speak negatively to your children. Your words are powerful, absolutely powerful, and your words last. They're not just for today and that's the end of it. I've spoken to adults. When I speak to parents about their childhood and why their child is behaving a certain way, is it because something that happened in your childhood that you're bringing into your own parenting? And parents will say, yeah, my dad used to call me names. My mum rejected me. My mum told me things that weren't good about me. So it's important that your words are pleasant to your children. Even when you're telling them off, even when you're angry with them, you're telling your children words that are positive because they will remember. They will carry your words with them. We are very powerful as parents, and our words really make an impact. So be careful and be mindful of the words that you use towards your children and even around your children. How are you talking on the phone? What kind of things are you watching? So words that they're hearing. Okay. Don't have so many rules and boundaries in your home. I spoke about this in the how to set rules and boundaries session. Don't have so many rules and boundaries in your house that your child, everything they do, they're getting told off for because it's a rule and a boundary. So don't have so many rules and boundaries in your home. Just have a few. Next, we want to talk about consequences. You know, I hear a lot of parents, they give empty threats. Oh, if you do that, you're not going to get this. And then the child does it and the parent gives them the thing that they wasn't going to get. You have to have consequences with your children. Your children have to know what the consequences are if they do a certain thing, what the consequences is, and that they will have a consequence. You don't need to be, you know, on your child's case. If you do that, I remember working with a mom, and she had a toddler, or about three years old, and they had a biscuit. I think it was around Christmas time, and they had a biscuit tin on the table, and the child wanted the biscuits, and so the mom said, "You can have one biscuit because they're going to have dinner soon." So the child would say, "I'm going to have 2 biscuits. I'm going to have more than 1 biscuit. I want more than 1 biscuit." And the mom was raising her, "No, you're not. You better not take 2. You better not. You make sure you do." And I said to the mom, "Tell her she's allowed to have 1 biscuit, and tell her the consequence for taking more than 1 biscuit. And then allow her to make the choice." We have to allow our children to make the right choice. And if they make the wrong choice, what the consequences are. So in that instance, she took more than 1 biscuit. Okay, the mom took the biscuits away, and that was it. She could have no more biscuits for the rest of the day. That was that consequence for her. And of course, the child cries. She wanted more. But next time, when her mom tells her, take 1 biscuit, she's going to remember, oh, if I take more, the biscuits are going to get put away. I'm not going to be able to have any biscuits today. So let your children know what the consequences are and have them age appropriate. If your children are teenagers, have the consequences age appropriate for your teenagers. You might want to take their phone away. You may not allow them to go to, their friend's up and coming birthday party. You decide what the consequences are, but you tell the child what the consequences are. The children should know what the consequences are if they are not listening to you, or if they're breaking a rule and a boundary. But this then helps your child's behavior calm down when they know what's expected of them. When you as a parent are checking what you're doing, what you're allowing, your lifestyle, when you're checking all these areas, you will notice over a period of time, your child will begin to calm down. And also look at different levels of behavior. It's not everything your child does that you tell them off for. So you may want to have a list of all the things that your child does and then put them into categories. There are some things you can just let go over your head. Some things your children do, you don't have to tell them off for, you can just let go. But there are some things you're not going to tell them off for, but you still want to bring it to their attention. And then thirdly, there are things that they do that are non-negotiable. They're getting told off for it. They're going to have a consequence for it. Instant consequence for it. So put their behavior into these 3 categories: things that you can just let go, things you need to address, and things that they're going to get a consequence for, things that they're going to be told off for. And then you will find that it's not everything your child does that they're getting told off for. Okay, I hope that helps. Just want to end by saying all parents can be great parents. It's a journey, and we will get there.